PEP, Philip Edward Print. Well, I guess you are finally retiring. Sort of. Well, since we spent 15 years together, tied together at the hip, I have so many highlights and stories that I could share on this momentous occasion. For example, I could share how you recommended never hiring me because you thought I was too much of a hillbilly for Cottage Grove, Minnesota. I think the actual phrase you used was country bumpkin. I could share about some of our travels, how we went to a lot of different places, even Hawaii, for 2 days to film an interview with Wayne Cordero. I'll never forget that epic tennis match we played on the court next to the ocean. You know, the one where you were crushing me 5-1 and then I came back and beat you 7-5. Yeah, and then you threw your racket into the fence and didn't talk to me for the next 3 hours. You remember that? Yeah, it was one of the greatest days of my life. I could share about the time when on that Friday I dropped that cast iron radiator on my big toe, shattering it into 8 little itty bitty pieces. And then you made me preach that Sunday. Do you remember that? I actually don't remember that because I was on some serious pain meds. I was hopped up on Percocet the whole time. But I think one of my favorite seasons of our 15 years together was our season of teaching, preaching at Bethel Seminary. The content was good, right? But the student reactions to us was my favorite part. It was like clockwork. Around lunchtime on the second day, one of the students would just raise their hand and they would say, we know you guys work together, but you two are clearly more than just colleagues. You two actually really like each other. You remember that? Yeah, I do. In fact, I will never, ever forget it. PEP, apart from my parents, you are probably the person who has been the greatest influence and has had the greatest impact on my life. In many ways, the person, the pastor, the preacher I am today is directly connected to your investment in me. So thank you for giving me your time, creating space, and then pushing this country bumpkin to become more of who God created me to be. Enjoy your retirement, Philip Edward Print. You did it. You ran the race and you finished well. And so many of us are grateful that you did both of those.